As a Spurs fan, I personally fell in love with Kawhi Leonard last night.
Really?
The way he took that ball and just, yeah.
I'm glad for that.
Okay.
You know, the Spurs set a record last night.
What they
last night, Tim, Tony, Manu, they tied Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Michael Cooper for the most wins in the playoffs by a trio. Now, it's great for the history books.
I believe that,
But the Spurs say they're not worried about history right now. Listen.
We'll have time to think about that in a few years once we are in a couch with a remote.
Yeah, no Barca-lounger for the Big Three just yet, as we are all over the Spurs. You know, it's always the same story, the success of the Big Three at their age. The story is now almost as old as Tim, Tony, and Manu. But like the Spurs, it's actually getting better with age. The reason, because they just keep doing it. Tim Duncan put the Spurs on his back in the first half last night. He had 21 at the half, finished with 27 points, and the Spurs blew out the Thunder in Game 1. And the people who really appreciate that, even more than the fans, is other old guys.
I said it last night too. It's incredible that for some games he can play 40 minutes, and I never seen him stretch a muscle. I don't know how he does it, but he keeps playing, he keeps scoring, he keeps with the same face doing the same thing, but so effectively and reliably. He's one of a kind, really.
Yeah, one of a kind. The only thing better than the Game 1 win, San Antonio's chance to get back at you-know-who. Charles Barkley actually had a great line. He said, it's not remember the Alamo, it's remember the Alamode, because we must get ice cream with our churros. Another San Antonio fat joke, but S.A. rolled out some beauties for Sir Charles last night to fire back at him.
Oh, I thought that woman ain't from here. They flew her in from Dallas.
No, Chuck, she's from San Antonio. In fact, that's Tim Duncan's girlfriend. So the T-shirt may be right. Charles don't know, but we apparently don't know punctuation. I don't know. Apostrophe, maybe?
What?